Yo, welcome back to the channel, All Things Life. I hope you've had a great day, night, whatever, wherever you're watching this. I will say I'm super excited for this one. And with that being said, let's just dive straight in. So obviously, if you're watching this video, you're an OG of the channel, okay? And I appreciate the hell out of you. With that being said, if you have not checked out the first 3 videos, I definitely recommend you go check those out. The first one's going to be a really long one because it's an hour long. It's a channel introduction, basically how the channel started, why the channel is called All Things Life, right? I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. Life is made up of 3 components. That's going to be your mental health, your physical health, and then your spiritual health, right? And then it's also going to include your expectations as a consumer and a viewer. Right. So at the end of the day, my worst fear is people watching my video and saying this was a waste of time. So that's like the worst thing that can happen to me. So if you just go check that out, just skip to the end or whatever, you can watch the beginning and kind of figure out why the channel started. And if it aligns with what you're looking for, cool. Definitely give me a subscribe and a like, and I'll make sure I keep you updated with everything that's going on regarding the channel. With that being said, let's just dive straight in. This is going to be part 3 of that 3-part series. Okay, so the 3-part series is going to be your physical health, your mental health, your spiritual health. Your spiritual health, this is that video. If you have not checked out your physical and your mental health, how that affects you on an everyday basis, why it's so important and why you should be continuously striving to get better at those 2 components of life, definitely go check out those videos. With that being said, let's just straight up dive into the spiritual piece. Now, my definition of spiritual health is going to be different than a lot of other people's, just because I hear, at the end of the day, everyone interprets things differently, right? So my definition of spiritual health, it's almost equivalent to goals. Now, I'm not talking about, goals that you have at a smaller scale. I'm talking about the overarching theme of your life, right? When you look at yourself, what do you want to stand for? What are your goals? What are your values? What are things that are non-negotiable for you? That's what I'm talking about. So for me, it's number one thing. I mean, when I just think about myself and the overarching theme of my life, it's going to be kindness. Okay, that's something that I'm working on a daily basis. It's hard for me to be kind to people who aren't kind to me, but that's definitely something I want to do because I don't want to be portrayed as someone that, stoops down to someone else's level just because they're being rude or mean to me. Right, so that's something I'm working on a daily basis. Another big theme for me, it's going to be being responsible. Right, so it's going to be being a man of my word. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. One of those things is starting this channel, actually. I was having a conversation with a close buddy of mine, and I told him about this whole story about how I met a homeless lady at a gas station, how she genuinely changed my life. And I told him I had this idea of starting a YouTube channel, and he held me accountable, and here we are today. Right, so being responsible. And then the last piece is going to be respect. Okay, at the end of the day, I don't care who you are, where you are, or what kind of status you have. At the end of the day, you bleed red just like I bleed red. Okay, you need sleep just like I need sleep. You need food to live just like I need food. Okay, you're not better than me and I'm not better than you. And you deserve the same kind of respect from me and I deserve that kind of same respect from you. Those 3 components is the overarching theme of my life. So once again, it's going to be kindness, responsibility, and then respect. Okay. Obviously, what I do on a daily basis, like my work, how I treat my family, all those things are in alignment of those things, but I still need to get better. Now, the second piece of spiritual health is going to be the goals piece, right? Everything that you do on a daily basis, why are you doing those things? Do you have clarity on why you're doing the things you're doing? So, for example, let's take my life as an example, actually. All right, so I have a job. I also do this YouTube channel. I also like working out, spending time with my family. So let's just break it down. Why do I work my job? Okay. So obviously, other than waking up every single day and showing up at my job and doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing, like, do I have clarity on why I'm there? Am I just there to be there? Am I just there to, get a paycheck? Why am I there? Okay. So the reason I'm at my job is because I absolutely love working with businesses and helping them make more money. That's what I do on my job. I work with businesses and I help them make more money. Okay. I love doing that. That's one of my favorite things to do. Okay. And the reason I do that is not only because I love the job itself, is because I love the people I work with. I don't even say that I work with them. They're like my team members. I genuinely love every single one of them. Okay. And I mean, other than those 2 things, how does it play into my overarching theme of my life or my spiritual health or my goals? Okay, so number one thing here is through working with this company, my communication skills has gone up so much. Okay, and one of the big themes of my life, like I said, is kindness. And obviously with kindness, you got to be able to communicate how kind you are, right? When I think of the word kindness, the first thing that comes to my mind is like when an elderly person is walking out of a bank or out of a store, it's like, and I'm behind them, I run in front of them and I open the door so that they don't have to open the door themselves, and I hold the door so that they don't have to hold the door themselves, right? Small, minute things. And for me to do that, I have to run to the door and say, hey, I'm going to open this door. I mean, you don't have to say that, but I do. I just run to the door and I smile and I open the door for them and I say, here you go. I say, have a wonderful rest of your day. That's a form of communication. Communication does not have to be words, by the way. You can communicate with motion, actions, your body movements, things like that, right? So this company has helped me do that. And so in a way, not only does it, put food on the table for me and allow me to live the way I live through financial means, it's also teaching me how to communicate better. And that's helping me in my overarching theme of my life of becoming a kinder human being, a more genuine, more, having more sympathy and empathy for others. And that's helping me with that. Okay. So working out, obviously that's going to be towards my physical health. I'm not even going to dive into that. That's going to be in part 1 of this 3-part series. So if you want to hear why I take it so seriously, definitely go watch that video. And then the other piece is this YouTube channel, right? This is helping me mentally and my spiritual. Why is that? Why is just this YouTube channel where I get to speak and motivate and inspire people? Why does this help me? Number one, mentally, because I know that I'm doing good for others. At the end of the day, this is going to be an uncomfortable channel. What do I mean by that? I'm going to be talking about things that you don't want to be talking about. And I'm going to be talking about things that no one else in your life most likely will talk to you about. And the reasoning being is because at the end of the day, I had no one in my life to talk to me about these things. And it was horrible. And I saw how it affected me. And I don't want anyone else have to go through that. Right, so number one in my mind on a daily basis, I know that me putting in effort and love and blood, sweat, and tears into this channel is going to be helping others. So it gives me that gratitude. I'm thankful that I get to help, whoever gets to watch this or whoever gets value out of this. I'm grateful. But how does that help my spiritual health? My overarching theme for life, right? Okay, so I'm going to be talking about the responsibility piece. Okay. I almost feel responsible that I have to keep making videos on this YouTube channel. I don't care if I get 1 view or 1 million views. That makes no difference to me because I'm going to control the controllables and I'm going to do my piece. And my piece is going to be doing everything I can to voice my, the way I live my life, the way I view life, and the way that, I can help others become more happy, get out of mental illness, anything like that, become more inspired, find a purpose in life, whatever it is. I feel responsible voicing my opinions and how to get those things and reach as many people as possible. That is my responsibility, right? Part of spiritual health is having a direction. My direction is impacting as many people as possible. And that shows on my 9-to-5 job as well, right? I'm trying to help as many business owners make more money as much as possible, as quickly as possible. Right? And then for my YouTube channel, I'm doing the same exact thing in a different context. I want to reach as many people as possible and help as many people as possible. But the amount of effort and love and respect and blood, sweat, and tears I put into this video is not going to be associated with the amount of views I get. Okay? So that's what I mean by the YouTube channel helping me in my spiritual health. It helps me stay responsible. I feel responsible to help as many people as possible, not only in my 9-to-5 job, but also with my YouTube channel. Okay. Now, let's dive into the last piece. So we talked about kindness, we talked about responsibility, and then we talked about respect. Okay. Now, I want to talk about why spending time with family and friends helps me with the respect piece. Okay. So for me, I used to be one of those people where once I got super comfortable with someone or a group of people, I would just be myself. And at the time, I was just a rude individual. I was just not nice. I would blurt things. I would not think about the things I would say before I said them. And so now for me, the way I improve on that is the more time I get to spend with my family. Of course, it makes me happy, and my friends, of course, that, I enjoy those times. But at the same time, in the back of my mind, I know that in these scenarios and these kind of environments when I'm with my family and friends, I need to make sure I'm respecting them at a greater level not only because they're closer to me compared to a random stranger, but because I know I'm comfortable with them. So it's easier for me to say things I wouldn't say to someone that I don't know. Right? That's kind of counterintuitive. Well, let me explain that piece. Right? When it comes to your family and friends, you would think automatically, of course, I'm going to show them more respect. Of course, I'm going to show them more kindness. But it's actually the opposite. Why is that? Think about in your life. Have you ever blown up on a family member? Would you blow up like that on a random stranger? Unless they did something crazy like slap you in the face or punch you, right? You wouldn't do that over a simple conversation. But I'm sure you blew up on a family member over a simple argument. But if you got into an argument with a stranger, would you blow up on them like that? Of course you wouldn't. You would just walk away. It's a waste of your time. Right? So why is it that it is more likely for us to show a sense of disrespect to people that we know, family and friends, rather than strangers? And that's going to show, and that's going to be proven by your comfort level, right? Like if you're super comfortable with your family and your friends and you know that you're going to be accepted with whatever you say and whatever action you show, you know that you can do anything. Of course, you're more likely going to disrespect them, with an action or whatever you say rather than a stranger. All right. So for myself, the more time I get to spend with my family and my friends, those are more opportunities for me to display a greater level of respect. At the end of the day, family and friends, you're going to get into fights, arguments with them. That's what ends up happening with me. And the more time I spend with them, it almost feels like the more arguments we get into. Not arguments, not like, I hate you, things like that, but like disagreements, right? And those are more opportunities for me to be like, you know what? I totally understand. You have your opinion. I have my opinion. Let's just, say that we have our own opinions and move on. And we move on. Instead, back then, what I used to do is just continuously argue with them until one side of the party blew up. Either me or the other party would blow up and it'd be a huge fight. And I want to move away from that, right? So at the end of the day, let me cover these 3 things because we are running up on time here. Okay. So your spiritual health is your overarching theme of your life. What do you stand for? What's your purpose? What do you value? What do you want out of life? Why do you do the things that you do on a daily basis? I took this from Dan Pena. What I want you guys to do and gals to do is every hour of the day, take out a notebook, sheet of paper, write down what you did in that hour of time, and look back at the end of the day and say, why did I do every single one of these things? And what out of these things, what helps me reach my ultimate goal in life? And you will be surprised. You will be dumbfounded at the results. I did this for myself, and I promise you, I think about like 85 to 90% of the things I wrote down had absolutely nothing to do with my ultimate goal in life, with what I wanted to accomplish in life. The things I valued in life, it didn't get to display in the activities that I was doing. 85 to 90% of those activities. Okay. So in life, I tell everyone this. In life, the greatest source of happiness in life is advancement. I don't mean advancement in careers. I'm talking about in anything. Constant improvement in life is what makes you happy. Overcoming a fear, getting better at an activity, getting better at X, Y, and Z, or overcoming a phobia, or maybe you had a hard time talking to people and then you are now able to talk to as many people as you want and you're comfortable doing it. Overcoming that. That's where you find real joy, improvement, momentum. That's where you find happiness in life. Right? So unless you're continuously trying to improve in these things, in my opinion, I think it's going to be generally hard for you to be happy. And guess what? It doesn't mean that your journey to overcome or get better at these things is going to be a pretty road. And that journey is going to automatically make you happy. That's not what I'm saying. There's going to be nothing but struggle in that journey. But guess what? You find love in that struggle. Why? Because you know at the other side of that struggle is a gateway for you to become a greater human being, a greater version of yourself. And it sounds so cliche to say that, but I promise you it's only cliche because it's true. Okay, so once again, this video was on your spiritual health. That's going to be anything that you value, your overarching theme of your life, what you want to accomplish, and your goals. Okay? With that being said, I really appreciate you if you've listened to this part of the video. We are getting up on time here, so I appreciate you guys and gals. I absolutely love you. If you guys need If you guys have any questions, any concerns about what I said, shoot me a message on any of those social platforms and I will get back to you. I promise you. I love talking through any kind of thing. So yeah, absolutely love you guys and gals. If you guys have any questions, shoot me a DM on those socials. Other than that, your host of All Things Life is signing out. I'll see you on the next video, which is extremely exciting. Okay. Now the 3-part series is done. The 3 components of life is done. Mental health, physical health, spiritual health. Also gave you a channel introduction. Now we just got to dive into the videos. I'm excited for everyone, honestly, for myself as well. I can't wait. Other than that, everyone have a phenomenal day, night, sleep well. I'll see you on the next video. Your host of All Things Life is signing out.